So what I found particularly curious this month is Airbnb's new workplace policy. And as reported by the Wall Street Journal, as many companies evaluate how to return to the office, Airbnb announced a new work from anywhere policy that will allow its 6,200 employees to work for up to 3 months a year from one of the 170 countries and regions where it operates starting in September. So what did I find curious about this? Well, first of all, the live and work anywhere policy is quite intriguing. And then the second part of that is the company is providing administrative support, and they're creating a dedicated team to help the employees do this and navigate the payroll and tax complications that's associated with working in another country for a period of time. So they really mean this. They really want to support this new policy. In addition to that, the company's lobbying with governments around the world to make it easier for travelers to get temporary visas. And this is getting referred to as digital nomad visas. Can you imagine that? Digital nomad visas. So that's in process too. So there's a lot of work going on to support this. Now, the business benefit of this new workplace policy is they're viewing this as increasing employee retention, of course, driving travel, and then attracting the best people in the world from everywhere, not just the subset that happens to live near one of the Airbnb offices. And the second part of this, if this works at Airbnb, it would provide a blueprint for other companies. Other companies will learn how to do this with their nomadic workforces and perhaps consider Airbnb for their 90-day anywhere workplace. The more people who live and work in Airbnb, the better for business. So there are a lot of benefits going on here. And then the other benefit I can see is innovation. It's what happens when people get out of their comfort zone and experience what's going on in the world. They're still tethered to their laptops, but they're living in a different geography where inspiration comes from people, culture, and a bit of adventure. There are lessons here also from a change management perspective. And the most important is that this is coming from the top. Airbnb's CEO, Brian Chesky, not only supported the idea, but he personally piloted the idea. He himself became a digital nomad, and by traveling in the past few months to Atlanta, Nashville, Charleston, Miami, LA, Colorado, Boston, Chicago, Vancouver, in each city he was working out of an Airbnb. And he's quoted as saying, "I wanted to see for myself if this living anywhere thing is even possible." And once he concluded it was, Airbnb told its workers that if the CEO can do it, so can you. And the other important element of change management is removing barriers to change. And as I mentioned before, Airbnb is doing this by taking the administrative burden off of the employees, by helping them with the tax, the payroll, and the visa aspect of this. So they're actually providing resources, dedicated resources to do this. The other barrier that's getting removed is pay. The company says moving from one city to another will not affect workers' pay. They've made changes to its pay brackets, meaning that employees working in the same job in the same country will get the same pay. So as you think about change, it requires commitment and courage. And great ideas can be blocked by administrative bureaucracy that goes unchallenged. Airbnb is making an effort to lean into this unpleasantness and weigh the effort of untangling administrative burden against the benefits of the change. Another curious fact is that the company's acting human resource leader is also the chief financial officer. So, is that a model that we should be paying attention to? So Airbnb's live and work from anywhere policy is responding to a time where COVID paved the way for virtual work and caused people to reassess their priorities. In the US alone, 10 million people describe themselves as digital nomads, working from anywhere to everywhere. So Airbnb is helping pave the way for its employees and other companies to benefit from this movement, getting employees on the road, and of course, living in Airbnbs.